God. That's the reason he gives in the Bible. Do you think that that's a crime worth killing people for?
I'm not sure. As I said, I haven't been in that situation, so I don't know.
Okay, well, think about it now. Would you kill people if God told you to?
See, this is a very, personal question, and you shouldn't really ask people this question because, one, it causes a lot of controversy, and two, it's very hard to answer.
I'll tell you the conflict that's going on in your mind is that you're actually a social ape, and you don't want to say to actually say that you would kill people. One, there are little red flags that go up in your mind, right? Secondly, you don't want to say it in public. You say things like that in public and you will be socially ostracized, right? This is the reason why you don't want to say that you would kill for your God. Right? Now you have a conflict here, because also you want to show that you would be faithful to your God. Right? But the thing that is precluding you from saying that you would be faithful to your God is you don't want to be socially ostracized. Now, if you genuinely believe that there is an all-powerful God, if you genuinely believe, then why are you worried about what people will think of you for saying that I would kill without reservation if God told me to?
Well, I don't know. As I said, I haven't been in that situation. God hasn't told me to kill people because he obviously loves everybody, and that's why his begotten Son, Jesus Christ, was crucified. That alone...
Not answering the question, right? God tells people to go on killing sprees in the Bible, right? Would you have done that? Without, in the Bible...
I don't know.
Well, the answer is, should you? Right? What is the right thing to do? Is the right thing to do is it right to do what God commands?
I don't know. So what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove?
What I'm trying to show is that you don't actually believe in God.
Yes, I do.
You don't actually believe. Then why, if he is an all-powerful God, would you not do what he commands you without even questioning it?
I do believe in God, but I don't know the answer to that question. And I'm being sincere. I don't know the answer. That's all I can say. But what are you really trying to prove?
So when God says thou shalt not kill, do you not know the answer to that as well? When God says love thy neighbour, do you not know the answer to that as well?
Yes, God says thou shalt not kill. I'm not gonna kill people because he said thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Says it in the Bible.
So you're willing to follow God's commands when they tell you to do things that you want to do.
No.
When they are doing things that you don't want to do, all of a sudden you are a skeptic.
The funny thing is that atheists like yourself, you like to quote stuff from the Old Testament. You don't want to talk about the New Testament. You just want to stick with the Old Testament. Talk about the New Testament. Why won't you talk about the New Testament? Why do you just stay in the Old Testament? Because you want to pick things.
Is the God of the Old Testament the God of the New Testament?
Yes.
That's a fairly simple answer, considering that. The thing that gets me is just how evasive you are in actually answering the simple question about would you kill for God, right? When you compare it to how eagerly you embrace things like when God says love thy neighbour, yeah, you're first in line, right? But when God tells you to do something that you feel that you don't want to do, right? In other words, God only really seems to play a role when he is telling you what you want to do, right? And that's because God is actually a model in here, right? God only exists in your mind. And seeing as you're actually biologically hardwired not to kill your neighbours, right? Otherwise the species wouldn't live very long, right? That's why you don't want to kill people, and that's why you don't want to say that you would kill people, right? This is the fundamental reason why you feel so reserved about saying that you would kill, because you heard voices in your head. Because if someone says that I would kill people because I hear voices in my head, then that puts you into the category of being a psychotic murderer. And indeed, if you were to actually ask people, how would you tell the difference between Moses as a psychotic murderer and Moses as hearing voices from God? How would you distinguish those two?
Okay, let me answer your question. You asked, would I kill for God? No, I wouldn't. No. I've thought about this, and my answer is no, I wouldn't kill people. No. That's my answer. No.
So, if you were... so Moses did the wrong thing. When God said, kill 3,000 people for me, he should have told God, no, you are wrong.
No. You know, I don't know. I'm not Moses. See?
Yes.
I'm not God. I'm not Moses. So how do I know what God's thinking at that time? You'd have to ask God. I don't know.
But you are saying that if God tells you to kill people, God would be wrong.
No, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying that I wouldn't do it. It just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong.
I know it doesn't feel right. There's a very good reason for that. But let me ask you a second question.
Okay, tell me that. What reason? What reason? What reason?
Okay,
tell me the reason.
We've been here before that you are biologically hardwired to be a social primate. Right?
No.
And
no. Sorry. No. You are not biologically hardwired because. Okay, so we somehow just evolved this hardwire sometime in the evolutionary process. Is that what you're saying? We somehow just evolved it. So that must also mean that sometime in the past, humans would have killed each other because you're saying that humans, our early ancestors. This is what the evolutionists say. Evolutionists say that our early ancestors. You're saying that our early ancestors were very primitive. If they were primitive, they would have killed each other. Once again, morality means that you just make up your own morality. So you just do whatever feels comfortable. No, morality is objective, comes from God. The Ten Commandments.
Well, if yes. Morality is objective and comes from God, and God says killing is okay, then killing is okay. That is objective morality. It comes from God.
No.
When God